Some stories are not just about love. Some stories are about identity, sacrifice, and erasing yourself to live for someone else. Ishq-e-Murshid is one such timeless story, where love is no longer just a decision of the heart, but a test of an entire lifetime. This is the story of a powerful, wealthy, and influential man who sacrifices even his true identity for the sake of love. And this is the story of a self-respecting woman who never compromises on truth, dignity, or principles. Shahmeer Sikandar, loneliness behind power. The story begins with Shahmeer Sikandar, a man born into an extremely rich, influential, and powerful family. He has wealth. He has authority. Every door opens for him. Yet, his heart remains restless. Shahmeer's life is built on discipline and control. He considers emotions a weakness and always prioritizes logic over feelings. But hidden behind this strong personality is a deep loneliness, a void that no amount of wealth or power can ever fill. Shibra, the identity of self-respect and principles. On the other side is Shibra, a simple, educated, and self-respecting girl who belongs to a middle-class family. For Shibra, dignity and principles come above everything else. She is not impressed by wealth or power, nor does she want to live under anyone's favor. She has the courage to speak the truth and never hesitates to call wrong what is wrong. And these very qualities leave a deep impression on Shahmeer from their very first meeting. First meeting, first impact. Shahmeer and Shibra meet for the first time, at a moment when Shahmeer is present with his real identity. But Shibra is neither impressed by his wealth, nor intimidated by his attitude. She speaks fearlessly, shows him his reality, and treats him like an ordinary human being. For Shahmeer, this is something completely new. For the first time, someone sees him as a human being, not as a powerful name. And this is where the journey of love truly begins. The birth of Fazal Baksh. Shahmeer soon realizes that if he wants to win Shibra's heart, he must abandon his real identity. And thus is born Fazal Baksh, a simple, innocent, and kind-hearted young man. Shahmeer leaves behind his luxurious life and steps into an entirely new world. As Fazal Baksh, this is not just a disguise. This is a completely new life. Love hidden in simplicity. As Fazal Baksh, Shahmeer comes closer to Shibra. Shibra is drawn to Fazal's simplicity, sincerity, and respect. She notices how he cares for her without any greed, listens to her words, and values her dreams. Slowly, Shibra's heart begins to beat for Fazal Baksh. The depth of Shibra and Fazal Baksh's love. The love between Fazal Baksh and Shibra does not happen suddenly like a movie scene. It grows slowly, finding its place deep within the heart. Fazal Baksh does not make big promises. Instead, he wins Shibra's heart through small gestures. He listens to her carefully. He tries to understand her silence. He never forces his will upon her. For Shibra, this behavior is entirely new. For the first time, she meets someone who does not dominate her, does not consider her weak, but sees her as an equal human being. Their simple conversations, gentle smiles, and quiet moments create a deep emotional bond. Fazal Baksh speaks with honesty and innocence, qualities that strengthen Shibra's trust. Sometimes he talks about her dreams. Sometimes he listens to her fears. And sometimes he simply stands beside her in silence. And this silent companionship becomes the greatest form of love for Shibra. Gradually, Shibra realizes that Fazal Baksh's presence gives her peace. She begins to feel safe, as if someone is protecting her dignity and emotions. For Fazal Baksh, this love becomes a reason to forget himself. In front of Shibra, he is no longer Shahmeer, not rich, not powerful, just a simple man who loves from the heart. And at this stage, Shibra unknowingly forms the most important relationship of her life. The weight of a lie. But the heaviest burden in this love story is the lie. Shahmeer is living two lives at the same time, one as Shahmeer Sikandar and the other as Fazal Baksh. Every moment, he fears the truth being revealed. He knows that if Shibra discovers reality, everything could be destroyed. Facing the truth. Eventually, the moment arrives when the truth is revealed to Shibra. Fazal Baksh is actually Shahmeer Sikandar. For Shibra, this truth is not just deception. It is the story of her broken trust. For her, truth and honesty matter more than love. She feels betrayed, yet she sees the sincerity in Fazal Baksh's love. And despite everything, she decides to marry him. Thus, Shahmeer and Shibra are married. A major conspiracy after marriage. Not long after the marriage, a series of conspiracies begin. Those who never wanted to see Shahmeer and Shibra together set a cruel trap. A massive corruption case is fabricated against Shibra's father. He is sent to jail, and under false accusations, he is brutally killed. For Shibra and her family, this is an unbearable tragedy. She expects Shahmeer to protect her father, but despite all his power and efforts, Shahmeer fails to save him. Broken by her father's death, Shibra holds Shahmeer responsible as well, and distances herself from him. Separation and regret. Shibra's separation completely shatters Shahmeer from within. For the first time, he understands that love is not about possession. It is about sacrifice. His wealth, power, and pride begin to feel meaningless. The true test of love. Shahmeer tries to win Shibra back, but this time, not with power, not with pressure. He stands before her with only his truth, his remorse, and his sincerity. This is the real test of love, where ego disappears and only love remains. Love wins. With time, Shibra begins to understand Shahmeer's true love. She realizes that a man has sacrificed his identity, his pride, and his entire world for her. And finally, love wins. Shibra forgives Shahmeer, and together, they begin a new chapter of life. Closing message. Ishq-e-Murshid teaches us that if love is true, a person can change his entire world. This is not just a romantic story. It is a journey of losing oneself to truly find someone else. If you enjoy our drama stories, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments, which drama story would you like to hear next?